Gentlemen, we're going to start off the show with one I rebellious teacher them. You understand what I say? And me is a man where situ he's a Garveyite. Always resonate with Rasta, you know, on a lot of things. You feel me I deal with, me might not live the Rasta life, but there's a lot of things where you can draw from Rasta where you're going to be productive in your life. You understand what I deal with? Only for the things that my Rasta been a tell us to do, or been advising us to do over the years in terms of them liberty. We have not listened and we have suffered physical health, mental health, emotional pressure, all type of things because of it. We look down upon Rasta. Remember Mama P say, remember this quote is not synonymous to Mama T, but when you're gonna look down on somebody, making sure that you stretch your hand to lift them up. It's not to just look down upon them to make them stay down there. You understand? So anyway, when you listen to this, I'm going to big up Talk Your Mind TV, you know. See, you know, to make sure, so go over there, go subscribe. You understand? Make sure, do the right thing. Alright? Oh, which one of them? Oh, you see it there. Oh, shoot, not bad. What the hell? Yeah, man, see it there. Yeah, man, Talk Your Mind TV, people. And make sure you go subscribe to the next channel named Cock Mouth Kill Cock. Yeah, man, you see thumbnail? I decide symbol, my screenshot and put on. You see there? Yeah. Talk Your Mind TV. No joke. Good? Good. Like we listen to what the rest of them I say so. You understand? Very important message, ladies and gentlemen.
A peaceful protest done by the Ministry of National Security, demanding that these formal charges that has been laid against the British imposter being faxed to the United Nations. You know, the reality is that 3 years ago, this man crowned himself the sovereign king over the island territory and the central bank. Now, we can't leave with central bank and the island territory in the hands of foreigners. The reality is that we never can go to England if we don't have a passport or a visa and them thing there. So why should we allow a man who we not even know to say him own the land where we born and grow in? People, this is madness and it's violation of international human rights.
Embarrassing.
You see, a lot of us don't realize that with Britain or the UK being our head of state, our people are heavily exploited, dominated by these foreign entities. So all of the resources that's supposed to benefit our people.
Where's the lie? Rasta not tell a lie yet.
Our people are not seeing the benefits of their human rights entitlement because of the fraudulent head of...
What benefit the people, them benefit from the gold they mine in a Clarendon. Jamaica not benefit from the gold they mine in a Clarendon. Them not benefit. The government not tell them nothing about the gold they mine in a Clarendon. Jamaica not benefit from the gold. Well, like only years the gold they mine in a Clarendon. What benefit? The people not benefit from that gold mine. When my talk makes sense, I'm not going to listen.
Yep. As a reminder, you know, the UN's Montevideo Convention clearly stated that no nation is independent or sovereign until the people themselves declare their own political sovereignty or their own independence. There is no recorded history that we, the people of Jamaica, had made a declaration of independence to be a sovereign nation state.
In a year.
So people, we have to face the reality. All that we get tricked in 1962, and we have the opportunity now to a solution to correct that trick so our people can live a dignified life. That's righteous?
Yeah, so without further ado, so the right now we can't act complacency now, people, because that will allow the oppression and the tyrant, because we voluntarily waive our rights. So make we unify, organize and centralize in this 21st century to go forward. No nation is sovereign and free until we make a declaration of independence. The will of the people shall be the basis of government. In any country, it is our will no more to suffer under the hands of Britain and the monarchy. It is our will no more to go through maladministration. And we can develop as palm back. So, I wake up time, people, and we have to rebel, revolt, speak up and speak out against oppression and tyranny. All away I face all victim to this social engineering. So it's by design. And they can't compel if you belong to them nation state. Because law provide and prescribe remedy where we have to take forward action. Justice means just action. So Ministry of National Security.
Today.
Right now in our few.
11 o'clock, you know?
Aye.
Yes, and you know, Article 21.3, let it be a constant reminder that the will of the people shall be the basis of authority of all government. So we truly have to express our will and desire that we want to be free people. Article 4 of the Declaration of Human Rights, which is embedded in the Constitution, clearly states that no one should be held in slavery or servitude. So listen, the British monarch can hold none away under no form of servitude. Time for cut free. You know, the time is now. Let's liberate ourselves. Liberate our mind from mental slavery. One love, people of African descent. See you there in a few.
Alright, officer, one more thing for me as justice today. I leave to reclaim our generational wealth from these so-called teachers who enforce themselves since the 8th of September 2022 without our consent. Now, under international law, Article 21.3 said the will of the people shall be the basis of authority. So that is treason. So we come here for justice today, and we need justice. And Article 8 says everyone have the right to an effective remedy by the competent national tribunal. So everyone have a right and a duty to uphold, just like you police officers. So we need to do our job and hold these perpetrator account for the violation of the UN Decolonization Treaty. Now, a government supposed to be a public servant, supposed to protect the best interests of the people. Now, when we as police officers ask a 7% raise, if you get $100,000 or $7,000 protection, and that is a big debate. No, we're not just coming here for ourselves, we're coming here for the justice of UNO, the soldier, them, the nurses, everybody. So this is a just cause. We, the Jamaican people, get our rights violated from this 1962 fake independence. No, we are on 7% raise, and this is a big debate. And the so-called Prime Minister just put 200% on female people. As police officers, if we don't feel like that's fair, because we have to explain one thing to know when maybe national independence. No, we are on 7% raise, and this is a big debate. And the so-called Prime Minister just put 200% on female pay. So we have to ask as police officers if we don't feel like that's fair, because we have to explain one thing to know when maybe most of them never know. Under the UN Declaration Treaty, the first article states that all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and right, and they are endowed reason and conscience and should act towards one another in the spirit of brotherhood. Right away, that I regulate the behavior towards one another. Now, Article 3 says everyone have the right to life. You know what that says? International law. Everyone, it never say one person. So we, if there is any form of minimum wage, it's against international law. And the next thing, for anybody at all, an employee in Jamaica is the next problem that we have. Next thing, if there is any form of minimum wage, it's against international law. And the next thing, for anybody at all, an employee in Jamaica is the next problem that we have. We need legal recognition and protection under the international law, model law of human rights law. And that we come out today, we can restore with dignity, where we are restore back with land, with resources, and with central bank. You know, make sense, resources are leave land every day. And we are here so we can get A lot of people can't get said, but I just this is my duty. I'm deputy superintendent Archer. After the police station, a lot has been said and we appreciate it a lot. Right? But my duty is to advise people that this is a scheduled premises right here, the Ministry of National Security. Right? And it is law that you are to stay within 100 meters, outside of 100 meters from this building. All right? I have no objection, sir. You expressing yourself.
You can talk.
Of expression.
You can talk.
To express yourself, but it should not be to the detriment of movements of persons traveling in here and inside.
Alright, deep divers. I'm going to continue this. But just the way how the police open their mouth and start the conversation, on the sister, these people is our enemy. These people is not here to protect and serve us. These people is here, them plant them to keep us in check so they can continue steal our resources and plunder Jamaica. And sister, I go on. If you don't know how the police force farm in Jamaica, you will understand that these people is not really our friend. These people are our enemy. And that these guys like them is there to protect and serve us.
Bless you all, right? And I will wish for you a peaceful demonstration. Just a brief reminder, Article 21.1 give us all the right to take part in the government of our country. And our government so far has been violating our international human rights. There's a 1960-15-14 resolution that bans all form of colonial government. The purpose of decolonization is that the subjection of people to alien subjugation, domination, and exploitation constitute a denial of fundamental human rights. So it is simply saying to us who live here on this island that for a foreigner to rule, dominate, and have our people under subjugation is a violation of our rights. And we, the people of this island territory, must voice our concern so we can live a dignified life as human beings.
Yes, God bless you. Understand no more third world pay for the police officers. A man over foreign right now over just by sweeping the road. And I get 500 years as a citizen. Leave of it to 1 week, no police officer not get that. So we need to dash on this third world regime of family. And we need to lock up them. We need to lock up the oppressors them and the betray them, the violation of human rights. So look here. So not them this up. So not the right and the lock them up. That's the family.
Blessed greetings to each.
So go on. These man with gun put in Jamaica to protect the criminal. We are thief resources on behalf of them boss. You know see what I want? Because I'm telling you Jamaica is a corporation. So the criminal, where you see wear jacket and tie going to parliament, these man with gun are them bodyguard in a real life. Are them bodyguard in a real life. Since even me I watch parliament, we see the foreign minister Camilla Johnson Smith, and she talked some things about minimum sentence and the laws and regime them talk about in a parliament. And there is nothing they talk about in a parliament, no law they don't talk about in a parliament, who parliamentarian accountable. They might try to do everything so parliamentarian can't go to prison, they can't hold them accountable. This thing is madness. This thing is madness. The institution of the whole parliamentarian accountable, the parliamentarian mash it up. And then these pussy hole in a parliament have create all type of law and a place it for the Jamaican people them send them to prison for life. And the institution of the whole them accountable for send them to prison, they mash it up. And did I pass law about them? Hey.
People, forgive him for the bad word them, but because I know say kids are watch, so I apologize. And forgive me because what I go after, you know. Because sometimes, you know what I mean? Yeah, but what I must say are the reality, there's no entity that is there protecting the people of Jamaica at this point. The system needs a total reform. What them Rasta talk about, I don't even know. To tell you the truth. How much of us is researching international law? As something to look into. As something for go read. Gillian Murray, big up. This is something for go read and educate yourself upon. You feel me I deal with? Because, and the man I'm going to take it a step further, you know. As me say, for some people this might be too radical. Because not always I spit pan things that Rasta say, but why may I tell you how much time Rasta got right before you realize say you just need to really look into what Rasta say and really act upon what them say. Feel me I deal with? When I see what go on with the maroon them, allegedly there's some secret to them know in terms of these same types of things, but them not tell the people them. So there's people in positions of power that want to keep the power amongst themselves and not give it to the people. What is power? Knowledge. You understand? Information. Know-how. You feel me I deal with? It kinda deep. The corporation, them expose that in the US Senate meeting. The brother call it a corporation, this corporation. So it's a business. They might use paperwork. They might use a birth certificate. They might use all type of thing for trap with. The latest thing where this government was trying to use to trap us was the needs. That would have been the biggest trap. But thank God for Mark Golding, because we, the people of Jamaica, don't understand the levels. All of us don't understand the levels of them when I try to do this. It's kind of deep. You understand? The needs is the first step towards the B system in Jamaica. Jamaica come like one testing ground for these people. So them are testing with the chicken there on the field. KFC chicken. So then testing with the container chicken there on the field. Easy. You understand? When you come like one Jamaican people, someone come like one of them girl. I know disrespect to nowhere specifically, but this is a reference that is popularly used. When you come like one of the girl them dog on back road. You understand? Little or no effort, brother. Or money. And you know what I mean? You can get some service done. It's sad. But we really need to look into the international laws and the articles them. And what these gentlemen is talking about. These brethren, these brothers is talking about. You feel me I deal with? And would I love for the lawyers them were out there, man, like Isaac Buchanan, when you're the PMP. For really, we need a town hall meeting about this. What this mean? You feel me I deal with? If you don't really want the people them to be, if you don't really want to give power to the people them, what greater power than for know say we have the knowledge, but we can literally change the entire system for it to rightfully benefit us that employ the politician them. And we are talking about laws. We're talking about laws here. We have a whole heap of law in the PMP. You understand what I say? We need to unite with these brethren. You feel me I deal with? Although they must say no vote and whatever, we need to hear them out. You feel me I deal with? We need to hear them out. What the direction where them really want to use this information to do. You understand what I say? Freedom and liberation, I don't see nothing wrong with freedom and liberation. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Freedom and liberation of the people, I don't see anything wrong with that. ABR News TV, big up yourself, me see your mama. Navy Street, a big up Bolo, that's why Jamaicans are like this. No freedom of speech. Word child, powerful, dreadful amongst the heathen. I tell you. Let's continue.
And everyone into this Jamaican territory, and this is from the United Nations carrying out this. The Kingdom of WZ. So the United Nations declared that this is the 4th international decade for all Jamaican and all Caribbean countries to eradicate neo-colonialism, which the England didn't ratify the unanimous resolution 1514 in 1960. So the Jamaican Constitution, it created neo-colonialism because we're actually free into the United Nations from colonialism. So this Jamaican Constitution here says a social engineering experiment which violates every one of us, which even that Jamaican Constitution, it said it contracted only man and woman, and the Jamaican government is actually protecting man and man and woman and woman. So in that way now, they're actually violating the UDHR charter, which said the right to life. So even the government in Jamaica put the man on the Bible to uphold the UDHR charter, which the UDHR charter give him the same equal power to King Charles in England. So we actually into Jamaican territory, we are seeking for the Kingdom of WZ to recognize and also our Human Rights Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary at Large, which his office now is to fulfill the 17 sustainable goals to end poverty. So we have somebody who is positive and moral and good within his spirit, and we trust him to do this work because you see, we have Jamaican politicians who govern us for 63 years, and them actually telling you lies. So we have somebody honest with integrity. The lies are right. The first lies is that Article 16 of the UDHR Charter is a man and woman, and the fact that as a government, if given man and man right, it simply means I'm disqualified because under the 1960 UN, it's all states shall observe faithfully and strictly the provision of the Charter of the United Nations. So it simply means ignorance of the law, it's have no excuse. So the reality is that we have renounced.
So the man basically is saying, if Andrew Holness go collect money from Canada and America for train people in Jamaica for sex battle, him disqualified from being the Prime Minister. Him automatically fire himself. When he collect that money, he fire himself. He violate.
Good within his spirit, and we trust him to do this work because you see, we have Jamaican politicians who govern us for 63 years, and them actually telling you lies. So we have somebody honest with integrity. The lies are right. The first lies is that Article 16 of the UDHR Charter is a man and woman, and the fact that as a government, if given man and man right, it simply means I'm disqualified because under the 1960 UN, it's all states shall observe faithfully and strictly the provision of the Charter of the United Nations. So it simply means ignorance of the law, it's have no excuse. So the reality is that we have renounced.
So the man basically is saying, if Andrew Holness go collect money from Canada and America for train people in Jamaica for sex battle, him disqualified from being the Prime Minister. He automatically fire himself. When he collect that money, he fire himself. He violate.
So I say this is chapter 2, section 11, which article 15 of the UDHR Charter says everyone has a right to a nationality and no one shall be arbitrarily deprived of his nationality. And then the UDHR Charter says article 13, everyone has a right to freedom of movement, leave any country and return to any country. So which in at this time now when they say...
And now, you know what I'm saying? Freedom of movement, and these people now come tell you about we have to have permit for protest. The police are going to say they have to have extra much, they have to stay from this building. The criminal, the building where we host the criminal on behalf of the powers that be.
People is moving forward, you see them violating the international right. If we as indigenous people can allow these embassies to out here and we don't push them away, they shouldn't deny our people. So that's the reason why we have a human rights ambassador to fulfill the 17th sustainable goal. And we also, knowing that under Article 21 have a right to take part into the government of this country. So when we're taking part into the government of this country, we want access to the central bank and we want to know that the will of the people is the highest authority of government.
Do you think that the government is independent?
So the government into Jamaica, his program is only making the acting. So while you see him talking on TV, he's not doing what he's saying. It's just a talk show. So the reality is that if the government can increase in pay to 300% and under international law that states that everyone has a right to work, to freely choice of employment. So meaning say you and the government supposed to get the same 300%. It's not a problem to him put him pay the 300%, you know. It's the fact that when him do that, no one will get increase. And additional with the increase and the pay at 300%, Article 26 says we have a right to education. So meaning say it's a type of education where we're supposed to get international education. Education we can build car, plane, all type of thing. So we're supposed to limit it. So which
what is happening? Will you guys be voting?
No, because all right. Blessed. So you see while we are here right now under international law say inadequacy of a political, economic, social or educational preparedness should never serve as a pretext for delaying independence. So we are here actually to declare our independence. So even though you see the groups are small, it still matter because you see under international rights and individual right is important as a collective. So this is something where the government supposed to, so we're not totally here to fight with the government, you know. We're totally here to negotiate with him, to show him that he need to get the 1960 resolution ahead. Because you see the 1960 negotiation, no 1% is not what he's saying, it's just a talk show. So the reality is that if the government can increase in pay to 300% and under international law that states that everyone has a right to work, to freely choice of employment. So meaning say you and the government supposed to get the same 300%. It's not a problem to him put him pay the 300%, you know. It's the fact that when him do that, no one will get increase. And additional with the increase and the pay at 300%, Article 26 says we have a right to education. So meaning say it's a type of education where we're supposed to get international education. Education we can build car, plane, all type of thing. So we're supposed to limit it. So which
what is happening? Will you guys be voting?
No, because all right. Alright, blessed. So you see while we are here right now, under international law, say inadequacy of a political, economic, social, or educational preparedness should never serve as a pretext for delaying independence. So
Yo, as me there so right now, come like the man them no want that message off a God. Why that stream here get so much fight? Why that stream here? Why the internet a hack up so much all of a sudden? Why OBS a drop every minute? Eh? Why is this happening? All of a sudden as the man a talk about no voting, the man them start mess with me stream, brother. Eh? You know, I'm going to connect to this. Hopefully it'll work, you know. I'm going to connect to this. See if it'll work. Now work. Let me see if it'll work. Let me see how better this will work. I'm going to rewind this. I have one source of internet. You know. I'm going to connect to this.
Alright. With the education we can build car, plane, all type of thing. So we're not supposed to limit it. So which
What is happening? Will you guys be voting?
No, because alright. You see, blessed. So you see, while we are here right now, under international law, say inadequacy of a political, economic, social, or educational preparedness should never serve as a pretext for delaying independence. So we are here actually to declare our independence. So even though you see the groups are small, it still matter because you see under international rights, individual right is important as a collective. So this is something where the government supposed to. So we're not totally here to fight with the government, you know. We're totally here to negotiate with him. To show him that he need to get the 1960 resolution ahead. Because you see the 1962 constitution, he have us as enemy. He make us hate each other. So you see the law said the subjection of people to alien subjugation, domination and exploitation constitute a denial of fundamental human rights.
So you're out here you're getting any feedback from the minister?
Okay, you see we come here, you know, already, you know, and demonstrate. And we send the letter that we sent to King Charles, meaning that to him violate the 1960 resolution and Miss Malibu Fort under chapter 2 section 11. So we go up on Miss Malibu Fort, and Miss Malibu Fort is behaving like she's retarded or something. Why? Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
That witch. You remind about man in Malawi Fort? What is this again?
We come here, you know, already, you know, and demonstrate. And we send the letter that we sent to King Charles, meaning that to him violate the 1960 resolution and Miss Malibu Fort under chapter 2 section 11. So we go up on Miss Malibu Fort, and Miss Malibu Fort is behaving like she's retarded or something. Why? Because if the constitution it said, so Parliament may make provision for the renunciation of any person of his citizenship, and we renounce our citizenship and come under Article 8 of the UDHR chart. Everyone has a right to an effective remedy by the national competent and tribunal. So we can come here so to secure right, because the fact say international rights the family. So just like how we go school and them that say, alright, you come for part program. But them never tell us say the family is a natural and fundamental group unit of society and entitled to protection of society. So we see in a society say them attack a family. Right. So you see, while we go back in the society right now, we families are warriors, because they must say we attack madness because at the end of the day we attack something with them and know. But because them brainwash under colonialism. So it's true, we no brainwash. We here to secure our rights under Article 3 of the UDHR chart, the right to life. So we're not here to fight no one, you know, because even Ibrahim Toure, him send a motivation and speak to Jamaican people. So we're supposed to stand up, and we're not supposed to back down for no one. And we need to. So right now we're here, so we're not.
You're in support of.
No, we are in support of liberation. Not just because it make a motivation and speak. It is the 4th decade. So when 1 decade pass and the government still looks so 2 decade pass and it still looks so 3 decade pass and still, you see, but mean say, imagine say, yo, you know what, me no respect Rasta, you know, and Rasta is a part of the United Nations, but not just Rasta. We are indigenous people. And you see, we even go to the churches in Jamaica. It's under Article 18 of right to religion. So we go to all churches and them are behave like say, them just a preach about God and them a do what them want to do around there. And we even tell them about the homosexuality where the government are recognize and them a go like say, them crazy. So the pastor will collect money and him now stand under Article 16.
So them recognize homosexuality.
Yeah.
Nah, recognize race.
So just like how we have, alright, so just like how in a
You hear what the man say? Them a recognize homosexual in the church in Jamaica. And them now recognize Rasta. What are they?
Ball out! Whoa! Yo, yo, yo. We need help, Jesus!
Hey, that's why God have to come take back Jamaica. Let me say God have to do. God have to take back Jamaica. No if, nor but, nor maybe about it.
in Jamaica, we have the coward pastor, a cut off the people them head and these things. We have to show you now. These are part, remember in our Bible, it says, thou shalt not steal.
Our first is identify yourself now, please.
We are members of the human rights team from the Kingdom of Debussy Human Rights Team in Jamaica.
And what is your name and what role you play in?
My name is Holness Selassie. I am an motivational speaker.
Yeah, what is happening here today? Tell me what's happening.
We're having a peaceful human rights protest with the Fundamental Charter of Rights as the government of Jamaica, the Prime Minister and the British imposter King Charles violates our human rights by imposing himself upon the Jamaican people unlawfully without the consent of the people of Jamaica after the death of his mother, the 8th of September 2022, 3 years now. He crowned king and head of state over Jamaica. And we are here with our human rights ambassador, Representative Luel Rasmesfin Haile Selassie, who we choose as our freely representative to represent us under international human rights law, where we are claiming a lawful claim now for an effective diplomat recognition, just as how the government of Jamaica gives the gay and lesbian community recognition, which is abomination before the Lord thy God, and deny cultural people our human rights recognition.
So we have a peaceful.
One thing. Honestly, it's a hot moment. Remember, when I come from work, I go hold a nice rest.
Definitely a hostile moment. This needs to be studied. This needs to be studied. People, only hear the people. I'm going to know only think in the comment section because the reaction gone over 30 minutes. So like, share, and subscribe. Zine.